What's going on, guys? Chad Christopher here. Welcome back to another build video. Today we're talking about how I built this beast right here. And this has by far been my biggest undertaking. A lot of firsts on this project. My first time working with plywood and veneer. My first time working with herringbone patterns. My first time building drawers. Just, a lot of stuff went into this. These legs, I didn't build the legs, I just ordered them. But working with parts that you're ordering and putting them all together, and it was a big project for me, and it took me a long time, man. This project, from conception to finished product, probably took like a couple months anyways. I had a baby in there and stuff, but this is a couple month project. This is not something I made in a day. I really put everything I had into it. And it's far from perfect, don't get me wrong, but I really put my heart and soul into this thing, and I hope it shows. The reason I put so much time into it is because a homie from high school hit me up, really good friend. He's in the Navy right now. He's deployed, and he said, hey, my anniversary's coming up. It's my wife's birthday, and I really want to get something nice for her. She's been asking for a Vanity for a long time, and this is what we came up with, man, for her. He's like, if I'm gonna spend money on this thing, I would rather have it handmade and custom. And there's a lot of custom pieces here that were tailored just to them that I'm excited to show you. So anyways, I'm gonna stop talking. Let's go ahead and get into this build, and I'll see you afterwards.
All right, so here we are starting off cutting the plywood down to size. Now this is white oak plywood, so it's got a white oak veneer on it. And then I'm also cutting down the supports. I'm building essentially the top sort of desk portion first, and you can see it all laid out right there. That's just sort of dry fit. And I moved that center divider to the side, but otherwise that's pretty close to what I end up with. Now I'm cutting some MDF here, and I'm cutting MDF for the top because that's how I'm going to use the herringbone pattern. I'm gonna attach 1/4 inch white oak plywood to that. So anyways, I'm pre-drilling spots for screws for attaching this whole thing together. To attach the supports to the bottom and top, I'm using glue, and then I'm using brad nails to hold essentially that glue in place and let it dry. And then I'm also running screws through. So right there, I'm pre-drilling screws, and then I'm also countersinking those holes to get the screws sort of nice and level with the piece itself, so it's like, the screw isn't sticking up or anything. But yeah, so I threw glue on, throw that, this is actually the bottom, throw that on, put nails in place to hold it all there, and then throw a screw in.
Hi, what's going on, guys? So I was in here, I built my very first drawer. I didn't record it because I knew it wouldn't turn out. It turned out, honestly, not bad. So here it is, without the false front, obviously, but the only issue is I ended up cutting it too narrow, so it doesn't quite fit the drawer slides. It fits one side, and it's like probably a 1/4 inch shy of this side, so that's fine. I learned a lot building this one. I need to build another one now and make it actually fit. So, yeah.
All right, so we've got the drawers sort of laid out. We've got an idea of what we're going for. I'm using 3/4 inch for around the sides, and then I'm using 1/4 inch plywood for the bottom. And here you can see me using a Craig jig for pocket holes. I ended up buying that jig just for this project, and my gosh, am I glad I did. It worked out so well. So anyways, you can see me sliding that 1/4 inch bottom into the side supports now. And the reason I like that is because if that gets damaged, you can actually remove this back panel, because I'm just hooking the back panel on with screws. You can remove those screws, remove that back panel, and replace that bottom piece. So, if it gets damaged or anything like that, you're always good to go. Now, I attached the drawer slides to the bottom, and then put the drawer slides in the actual receiving and the cabinet, I guess you'd say. And man, I'm just crossing my fingers, hoping this thing lines up. Like I said, this is my second attempt at doing these, and for the most part, boom.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys a little update on how this vanity is coming along. So check this out. So over here off to the side, I attached that top just with some glue and some brad nails. You can see the drawers in there. I did have to cut these drawers down a bit because they were like touching the top of this. So it's kind of shallow, but you know, it's not bad. Maybe like, you know, nail polishes and makeup and stuff like that goes in there. Then we've got the smaller one right there. And now I'm just building the like side for the cabinet. So we're gonna get this attached essentially just right under here. Get 2 more equal cabinets, and then we're putting legs on. So this thing is, we're moving and grooving, man. All right, I've been slacking on filming a bit, but here's our thing all set up upside down. Now, I did put the legs on, and so on this side you can see I've got some tall, these are 25-inch legs, and then these mounting blocks came with these. However, I ordered 25 inches not realizing that this would add extra height, so I had to just make a little riser for these mini legs. So I'm gonna screw these legs on, flip this table over, and just absolutely pray that the thing is level. Let's freaking go. Oh my gosh, I'm so stoked to see this thing. Oh, check this out. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my goodness, look at that top. Look at that top right now. Woo. Oh my gosh, it's like 1,000 degrees in the studio. I'm covered in sweat. Man, am I stoked to see this thing coming together. It's the next day and we are making some false fronts for these drawers. So that's what I just spent this time doing. Basically, here, grab the drawer. So basically this is the front here, and then I just measured the opening, and then I made this solid piece of wood that's gonna go over the front of it just like that, so that it's got a nice clean front. And yeah, I'm gonna try and do this entire first one. It was kind of interesting. So I had to obviously measure, you know, length and width, but then I also had to try and essentially resaw it for this. So I ran it through the table saw and took off like a 1/4 inch or something, which was kind of terrifying, but it worked. So I'm gonna try and get this one mounted up on this drawer, make sure that we have a process that works, and then we just need to make the same thing for the other drawers.
So I kind of already explained what I'm doing here, but essentially I'm creating that false front out of actual white oak rather than plywood. And then once I've got sort of a dry fit that fits in there, I throw a nail in so I'm able to get that drawer back out, attach it from the inside with screws, and it's looking good. Then I just take it back out and I attach the drawer pulls, again with screws from the inside of the drawer.
Finishing touches here. This is a much bigger hassle than I expected it to be. So I'm putting on veneer. So I've got this like 3/4, like 1/16 of an inch white oak veneer, and that is what I'm using to cover the plywood edges. So you can see like this is uncovered, this is covered. So obviously a big difference, but it's way more difficult than I expected. So anyways, I'm gonna, I've been putting some on. You can see I got like burn marks here. I'm gonna have to redo some parts. All right guys, this is, I don't even know what day it is on this project. I've been working on this project forever. It's been beating me up, keeping me up at night, but I think we're finally in the home stretch and I feel great about it. So the biggest thing was the edge banding, the veneer. I ended up doing it 3 times. So you can kind of see it here now. So So on the first time you saw, I used a heat gun. I ended up burning it and wasn't happy with it. The second time I used a clothing iron, which is what I recommended, but then I used a knife, like a utility knife, to cut the edges, and it ended up ripping sometimes, and it just wasn't very straight. So then I ended up using a router with like a laminate trim bit. I learned all about those, and it's absolutely the way to go. So I redid everything for the third time, and I'm finally happy with how all the edges look. So now I'm just finishing this last cabinet here. It was like a little bit kind of sideways. I don't know if you saw that or not. So I'm gonna try and fix that, throw some new edge banding on this cabinet, and then, man, I think it's sanding and finishing time, and I could not be more excited about that. I cannot tell you how much strife this project has caused me, but it's certainly one that I'm extremely proud of. So I'm hoping to finish this thing today, man. Let's get to it. One thing I forgot to mention that I did as well is I filled the entire top of the table, like all the nail holes, all the like holes in the cracks and stuff like that. I filled with wood filler, and it looks great. I'm really happy with it. That took me a lot of time to figure out. I ended up just ordering on Amazon some like color matched white oak wood filler, and it looks great. So check it out here. So, like I said, I just gotta even that out, sand it all down, and then oil, and I feel great about how that tabletop came together.
So when I cut this veneer, I'm using a straight edge because I want that one edge to be as straight as possible. I line up one edge with the wood, and then the overhanging edge, I just kind of let overhang. And then I'm using this bit here. That's what's able to cut it down to size. So it's got a bearing so that it's got a flush trim bit, and it lines up exactly with where the wood is. And you can see that's without the veneer, and that's with the veneer. So it's a really big difference. The edges look super, super clean because of that router bit, and overall I'm really happy with how that came out. So here I am once again using a clothing iron, and that's how there's essentially glue on the bottom that when you heat it up, that's the adhesive that sticks to the wood. So that's why I'm using that iron. Right there you saw me throwing on an 1/8 inch round over around the whole thing just to take off sharp edges. And then here I am using some Minwax satin polyurethane. I believe I used 2 total coats on this thing, and was really, really happy with the way it turned out.
All right, so you saw it, man. There's a lot of missed stuff in there. Like I said, it's like months worth of work on this thing, so there's gonna be some footage missing here and there, but I hope you really got the vibe, the feel of what I was going for, the struggles I went through. My goodness, I put that veneer on 3 times. I put it on, removed it, put it on, removed it, and put it on again. I really wanted this thing to look good for them and just be something that they're gonna cherish for a long time. And like I said, it's not perfect. There's a lot of handmade qualities to it, but I hope that sort of, I don't know, I hope that means something to them. I really, really, really did put so much effort into this. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the behind the scenes build on this thing, and now comes the most fun part. We're gonna actually deliver this thing to the client, and man, I cannot wait to see her reaction to this. Now, up front, we did work together with her. Like, she told me what she wanted. She told me she wanted sort of the mid-century modern style with the skinny legs. She told me she wanted the light raw wood vibes. She wanted big cabinets, things like that. So she knows sort of what's going on, but she hasn't seen it all put together. She has no idea about the herringbone, she has no idea about the engraving, stuff like that. So I'm so excited to actually see what she thinks of this beast. All right, enough talking. I'm too excited for this. Let's go deliver this thing. Trisha!
Thanks for coming.
What's
How's
up?
it going?
How are you?
I'm excited. You have something for me, don't you?
We have a very big surprise for you. If you wouldn't mind, like, hanging out upstairs or something, we're gonna get it all set up for you, and we'll bring you down and do the big reveal.
All right, sounds good. Thank
Okay.
you.
All
I'm
right.
excited. Oh my gosh! It's so pretty! Oh my! made the perfect
All right,
height.
Ian, I'm going to. Oh yeah. Hey.
That is so precious.
We talked about this, Trisha. You told me what you wanted. You said
Yeah.
you need 2 big drawers for hair dryers and big things.
Yeah.
You told me you needed a couple big shallow drawers for nail polish and makeup and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
all the good stuff.
You told me you liked light wood, kind of a raw wood style, and you especially said you like skinny light wood.
Yep,
So,
that modern look.
that's it, man.
And I love this gold feature.
Yeah.
Yep, you're reading my mind. I'm gonna get a gold mirror.
Let's
It's
go.
gonna be round, and then I can't decide on a color yet for a chair, but I think I might do like a green velvet chair
Oh, that'd
with
be
like
cool.
gold, you know.
That'd be really vibey.
Yeah,
How about the herringbone?
I love this. This is just beautiful. I'm so impressed with it. It's like my favorite part. I mean, all of it's just beautiful, but yeah, no, I'm stoked. Like, this is beautiful, so thank you.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you again for trusting me on this. For real, though, what do you think?
For real, I love it.
For real, for real.
For real, no, I'm dead serious. Like, I love the herringbone, right? Love this pattern. Love the gold features. And I love the legs. Like, the whole style is exactly what I wanted. Like, I'm just so excited.
And the engraving.
And the engraving, oh my gosh, it's so sweet. Here, I'll just, you know. It just, you know, my husband and I, we've been through a lot. He's in the Navy. I'm probably gonna get emotional. Oh no. But he's a sweetheart. So just the fact that he was very mindful of this, it just makes me super happy.
Anything you want to say to Ian in the video?
Thank you, I love you, and I'm just so happy.
Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time on Chad Christopher. Subscribe if you're new around here, hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Peace out.